Hello folks, here of my AG2 game on doing some blood magic test work. I've got my new headset in today, so I'm testing out the volume controls and everything else on that, as well as I've got my new video card in. I got a nice GTX 970 here recently, and so far it's working pretty good. I'm waiting to see how it pulls up on some of the other games and stuff I like to do, but so far on Minecraft it's holding up pretty well. It comes with the shadowplay now, so I'm switching over to shadowplay to try to do my screen capturing, recording, everything like that. Okay, since I've been gone, what I have done is I've actually built out the placeholder here of the entire Blood Teal altar. I've set this up so it'll go to a tier level 6 setup. What I have mapped out here is the basic setup. Anywhere you see this regular stone, this is where you have to have regular runes for this setup. They can be any type of the runes, but in the end they need to be the actual either blood runes. Well, either way, I'll get down to it once we get that far in. As you can see, I upgraded the runes here while I was gone. Some speed runes here to speed up the creation of some blank slates and the reinforced slates, and some runes of self-sacrifice to speed up the how much blood I was getting from each one of my sacrifices here to get some more life points. On top of that, I made myself a tainted blood pendant with the brew of revitalizations, which gives basically regeneration 2. This will let me, pop this on here, and I can use my mana from a mana tablet to get regeneration pretty much all the time while I'm on here, and just pretty much refill it. As you can see, it refills pretty quickly now with this setup, but this is not really a good long-term setup. What I really want to do is get into some sacrificial type stuff. So as you can see here, I've already started getting some runes of sacrifice. I've got some extra runes, and on top of that, I completed some quests, which will give us some runes as well. I needed to make some blaze rods, so I ended up building out the alchemical chemistry set, so that got taken care of. Of course, I finished the reinforced slates, and I want some more sacrifice runes here because that's the route I'm going. And we got the sanguine symptom, and boom. Okay, so that clears out all those and gives me a few more runes here to upgrade this altar to a tier 3. Now, in preparation for it, I already built the glowstone, put it up in its correct places. So really the only thing that's left here now is to actually resubstitute back in the correct runes. And in our case, like I said, I really want to go the sacrifice route, so I want to get as many of these in here as possible. At some point here, I'll be actually going for augmentation as soon as I need enough augmentation to start filling up the pool for the next blood orbs. I'll probably have to take a look at that as well to see what those are going to start costing too. Some more self-sacrifices will be fine for right now, because these will just help out in the meantime while I'm doing my own sacrifice in here. And then we can go ahead and just fill this in with regular everyday old blood runes till we get it all the way full. Okay, now if we got this right, yep, we can see we pop here, we got a tier 3 rune. Now in case you're not haven't realized, I've actually used large obsidian brick pillars here. These are currently just, sawed down brick pillars from micro blocks. They count as solid blocks and don't let light pass through, so they count legally for a tier 3 altar. So you can use any micro block type setup here if you want to make a nice cool design or anything like that. Go ahead and do it. For me, I used to use colored glowstone here around the edges here just to keep light up on this altar, so I don't have any spawns going on up here that I don't really want. Okay, so the next thing that I really want to get going is a mob spawn setup so that we can start sacrificing mobs instead of ourselves, really. So, to do that, what we need are a couple of items. We need mobs, of course, and we're going to need a sacrificial dagger. So, if we look up here, we get the dagger of sacrifice. Pretty much it's a tier 2 altar with an iron sword tossed in, and about 3,000 life points. Well, that should be simple enough for us to do, of course. Just need a straight iron sword. Very simple to do. Got plenty of resources for it. What's going on over here? Oh. Just running really, really slow. But why? I think it's just trying to catch up is all. Usually that's how mobs end up spawning on top of me. Next thing I know, I got zombies coming out of after me after that. Okay, so it's just a pretty big one. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's keep an eye on the time too, of course. Alright, so now, oh, that's right. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy souped up. So if we watch it here, of course, life points going down. Speed runes are of course going to speed up this process. The blood infuses a lot faster. And we are waiting till we get a boom. There we go. Alright, so what this is going to let me do is this dagger will basically let me one-shot any mob that's pretty much here, but you'll be actually sacrificing them and we'll be taking their blood points for it. So the next thing we actually need to do is we need to find a way to get some mobs over here. I'm actually kind of a fan of Direwolf's method, honestly. Basically a slab setup with lots and lots of brick, of course. Since I got a lot of that, I cut down my old mob spawner. Check that out later. Don't need any sugar. Don't need any torches. Might need some glowstone though to keep things from lighting up right now. And at some point I'm going to need conveyor belts too, which I have in there. So I actually had a mob spawner over there. You might have remembered it from last episode. I tore that sucker down because I plan to rebuild it over here, or at least parts of it over here. So what we need is a point of killing. So let's see here. I haven't even tried to build this in a test world, so I have no idea what it's going to come out like. Do we want to go one more higher, I think? Let's see. Ah, too many blocks. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so the kind of concept is actually pretty simple. The mobs will, of course, fall down this tube here, and I'll be able to kill them from here at the base point here. Do I have my builder's wand? Because that'll make this go a lot faster. Yes, I do. Alright, now of course I don't want to kill them all the way, so that's pretty good. And then, oops, I'll clean that up in a minute. So now what we'll need is an area here, of course, for actual Alright, there we go. So we're going to need an area here. for mobs to actually spawn in at some point. And then I'm going to run them down in on conveyor belts. The kind of concept their plan here is not to not get any spiders messing this up, because it's only going to be a little one by one area. So we are also going to have to make this spawner spider proof, as well as we don't want any endermen floating around the base, so we're going to have to make it enderman proof as well. Or restricted, I guess is a good way to say that. So the easiest way to do that is with, of course, half slabs here. What this will do is this will keep spiders from spawning, because they can only spawn every. They need a 2x2 area to actually spawn. So if we put half slabs in between every other block, they have no room to spawn, pretty much. So we go kind of like this here. Alright, and this gives us a total area that'll allow them to build up. Now the fun part's going to be working this out with conveyor belts, but I'll figure that part out here in just a second. For now, I want to start getting some light in here so that I can enclose this place in. So let's go ahead and drop some of these real quick. There we go. And then last but not least, of course, we need to get walls going. Okay. Alright. And of course, we need at least 2 high. If we go 3 high total, then the enderman will spawn. But I do need a level for the roof as well. So we're going to build it up 3, but we're going to build the roof across the top here. So let's build this up real quick. Alright, and next is the roof. And the roof will be quite easy. We can build this right from inside. Use the little shift key to only build a straight row out with the builder's one. Alright, that's all sealed up. Now the one thing we got to deal with, of course, still though, is got to deal with people spawning up here. So the easiest way to deal with that, of course, is half slabs. I could also torch or light the area up if I want to, but half slabs are quite easy to drop, and then I don't have to worry about lighting at all. And I'm going to need a few more slabs, it looks like. Grab some more real quick. Whoa. That's the fun part. Okay, slab. Alright, there we go. Alright. And we can do the same trick with the shift trick here to get these put out. Just make sure you're actually on the half face with the slab. Yep, like that. That was not right. And as you can see, it didn't do it right because of it. You are just not going to play along, are you? Alright, we'll just manually drop them down real quick, since they don't want to play along right. Must be getting a problem with the collision box or something. gonna say, better have some more. Alright. Okay. And of course we want to drop the last one in here. Get that one in there, as well as drop a block in here. Okay, so now the last part we need to work out is getting these getting the blocks, getting the mobs down the hole, basically, at this point. So, what we have for that is, at least at Gary and Skies 2, we have these conveyor belts. The other ones don't actually move mobs around, but these ones do. So, and these ones always run away from you when you place them. So we just hop up here real quick. And what we should be able to do is basically drop these guys in here. And as you see, they'll just kind of mosey me on along. Now, what I can't remember... Yes, they do. So, the one nice thing about these blocks is mobs can actually spawn on top of them even. So I can come over here, drop a few of these this way. And then drop a few of them this way. And what'll happen is when the mobs come through this area and get caught on these, they're going to get directed this way. And of course what we're going to do here, these 4. Oops. Yeah, it's getting a little fun. Get knocked around here just a little bit by my own conveyor belts. Alright, good. So what we want is 4 blocks set. There we go. And then I need another one of you right there. There we go. Okay, so let me leave one of those out so that you guys can see. Stick one right there for right now. That way you guys can still at least see. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop a couple more of these. There we go. Now I'm pretty sure this will be more than enough. Pick you back up. Yeah, I got plenty of them in here. Hey, pick updated. Okay. Alright, now comes the question of these guys here. I'm gonna have to break that one real quick to replace this light back here. Alright, and let's go this way, and this way. Now, if this is right, what should happen is anytime I step on any of these conveyor belts, I should make my way down to the middle automatically and kind of get shoved down in here. Perfect. So what we're also going to do then is we're going to put this back up. And hopefully what will start to happen here, although I may not be high enough up, I'll have to check that and see if I am. But I gotta be like 24 blocks away for it to spawn here, so let's give it a little distance. Yep, there we go. We can see some stuff spawning in there now. So, what we should be able to do now is grab our sacrificial dagger here. And we currently have 4,831. We should be able to just start smacking people. Of course, he somehow got out. I'll have to figure that out. Might need to lower that. Yeah. Looks like the witches don't get immediately sacrificed to this. I might need to lower it down though. So let's kill the witch there real quick. Okay, but as we see, I now have 5,681. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop this down a little bit more, because I have a feeling that's part of the problem. So where's my builder's wand? Drop it down one more. Now the downside is that means that chest I can't open it, so I'll have to figure out some place to move that chest to. Where did they? Oh, there they are. And of course, boom, like so. Alright, so let's give this a shot again. This just may not work so well with the witches in Agrarian Skies too. Alright, there we go. There's a bunch of them. And let's see what we get here. And I bet you this thing's already full to the brim. Yep, see, already full to the brim here. No more having to sacrifice myself into it. So what I might need to do though, at least for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and try to keep myself from getting shot by things until I kind of work it out, figure it out. Why do I hear an Enderman? I don't know where he's at, but he's definitely there. Somewhere. Alright, so let's take a look at our next blood orb. Since we do have the tier 3. Alright, so we need a tier 3 altar with 25,000 life points. Well, that's going to be a little fun to get, I think. Yeah. Alright, so we need... and it's a block of gold, which that's no problem. The fun part's going to be the 25,000 life points, because I don't think the augmentation runes can be built yet. Yeah, because you need an imbued slate, which takes a tier 3 blood. Well, actually, no, we can build those now, because we do have the tier 3 altar now. So, actually, I think that's the thing that we need to start working on first, and the fact that we got the system here will allow that. So I guess it does mean I want to figure out where to move that chest to. Alright, so we're going to need just a couple of quick things here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. We are going to need another filter, because this time we want to go up to level 3. So we'll grab one more of these real quick. I'm going to need to get something for all the mob drops too that we'll start getting from up here. Okay, so okay, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is turn these guys way down so they don't annoy us all. But like I said, can't open that anymore, so I'm going to need to move it. So let's go ahead and break it real quick. And then of course, yeah, nice witch. That's why I blocked it up, because there's witches. And they seem to have a tendency like to throw splash potions. Alright, so in this case, we're going to move the chest just out one, really is all I need to do. Well, out a little bit farther than that, actually. There we go. And then, of course, we'll be able to stick the lever back out here to turn it on, turn it off. In this case, I want to shut it off right now. Let's get some stone in there. Make sure it's still working. Make sure we didn't break anything. Yes, we still have a tier 3 altar. Okay, so this is kind of why I have these switches here. So now I can turn this on, which will stop this transfer node from pulling anything in. I can turn this one on to get one item in here, and now I can watch as this guy goes ahead and pops down. And as he does, actually those should be enough to take him all the way up to a tier 3 already. Alright, there's the tier 2. And look at that blood drain. And boom, there's the tier 3. Alright, so now what we can do is we can take our filter, just like we did before, and pop in an imbued slate now. Come over here and say, I want you to grab the imbued slates. Alright, put this item filter in here as well, just so I have it. And now instead of sacrificing ourselves, oh, that's why that wasn't my dagger of sacrifice. I was like, what the heck's going on? Why ain't it filling up? Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. So we should be able to turn this guy on. He's going to start dropping in stuff, and as long as we don't totally overflow the system, like we probably just did a little while ago. He'll make me tier 3 altars. And are you still on? Oh, shut him off. That would be the problem. Yeah, there's a nice little angry zombie stuck in there. Okay. And let's see here. So, what we need to make the augments, of course, we're going to need 3 buckets, a rune, and a stone. Yeah, it's good since we're out of blood anyway, so we're going to go ahead and head back this way real quick. And, oh, that's right, we need buckets. Alright, I'm going to need 3 buckets. Actually, I'll need 6 because I'm going to make 2, and I might have a third one over there. So let's go ahead and just craft a few of these. Oh. Need a few of those in my system in case I need to craft other things, though. Okay, so we got stone. I don't need these conveyor belts. I don't need these bricks. Glowstone, sugar, bone, gunpowder. Get rid of that. Rotten flesh. Alright, and so what else did I need? I think I just needed my blood orb. Yep, that's it. So, hop over here real quick. Go ahead and sacrifice a few more things. Let's grab the other old sacrificial rune here. And let's go ahead and see how many of these we can make. Which would be 3. Oh, I wonder if I have to actually do a higher level rune. So at least a master's, it looks like. Which I bet you that's the tier 3 one. Yep, that's a tier 4 one. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to create these at all, actually. Yeah, because that's tier 5. And oh, look, a skeleton decided to get out. So, what we can do is power this bad boy off. And I can let a bunch of mobs spawn up in here as well as get the sacrifice and the healing going. And we can probably try to do it that way. We need 25,000, which we've got 10 in it. We can use my... Ooh, have I had that on the whole time? Bet you I have. Yeah, I did. Well, looks like I need to go recharge my mana tablet too then. Oh, wait, let me shut you off real quick. Just let this charge up really fast here. Well, that would be out. But that's probably good enough for now. Tell me to... Remind me to not leave it on next time, I guess. Zombie brains. Oh, skeleton skull. Those always come in handy. And I'll deal with that later. Okay. So, I guess the concept here is to see if we can actually get it pulled off using our sacrificials and everything else. So let's grab a gold block here. Let's make sure that the blood pool is actually full. Which right now, of course, it's not. There we go again. Not sacrificing anybody. Clear everybody out there real quick. What's busted? Because this was working before. Oh, there we go. Gonna say, something's not right. Alright, gonna have to grab some glowstone real quick. Well, that looks like one of the downsides to this setup, at least, is that dang creepers and stuff, or actually what this is the mobs that are getting out can actually break glowstone. They break light sources. There we go. So some mobs in the area were automatically getting close enough. I probably threw the glitching through the walls. Oh, there we go. See, little dude there. Alright. Almost a full set. Alright, so this should now have a full set. So we got 10,000 LP in there, and we need 25 to get this one, and we can't get any rune of augmentation till the end. So we're going to need a good supply of mobs spawned up in here. So what I'm going to probably do is throw one of these up here real quick. Let a bunch of mobs spawn up real fast while I put some stuff away. Make sure I have my amulet of life restore. Clear up my inventory a bit here. And we're going to try building this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. I'm trying to decide, you know what? I might want to take the speed runes out for right now. And I think I do. While this will go faster, it's going to make it a bit more difficult to actually keep up with the supply. So let's go ahead and take 5 of them out for these guys here. Come on, you. Get through. Alright. Boom. Okay. So we should still have a tier 3 altar. Good. Everything's still ready to go. See, I think that's how they're breaking that light. Alright. So, let's go ahead and give this a shot. fly away for a second here. Hopefully some more mobs will spawn. Oops. Get over bobbles here. Turn this back on. Haha! And there we go. So, let's go ahead and pull out my Magician's Blood Orb here. Boom, hit it. It is now mine. Yeah, and I bet you it can't be used here either. Haha, so I can use it here. Excellent. So we can take these that I was trying to make earlier at least. And I might have enough for, ooh, I got enough for 2 more here. I probably don't have the buckets and stuff right now. But either way, this will be enough to show you guys real quick how this works. I got enough for 1 more. So let's go ahead and grab it. Alright, so now I can take some of these other runes that I was missing here. 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and pick those up real quick. Anything in here I really don't want. I don't give a crud about the bow. Turn this back on, and oh, by the way, let's get my bauble out. Piece of sugar, who cares? Alright, let's pop this in here real quick. Alright, and now when we come over here, we can see, there we go. That this guy needs 18,000. And it looks like they might even slowly drain, or maybe they have an internal buffer they need to fill up. I'll have to keep an eye on that. If that totally drains out, then I'm going to assume I need to only put them down temporarily, or I need to keep a steady flow going at some point. Which this isn't too hard to fill back up. See, now we got 13,000. So my kind of goal is to start working it up close to 40,000 so that we can, of course, get the next tier blood orb. For now, though, let's go ahead and get that bad boy charging up, filling up. And from here, I guess I will go ahead and call it. My plan is to actually start a Resonant Rise Let's Play here next, especially if all this recording goes well and everything looked good. So stay tuned for that, and I will talk to you all guys next time. Have fun.